Nobody expected the New England Patriots to walk into OTAs already rewriting the script for their entire future, but that's exactly what's happening. A team that spent last season looking lost and lifeless just walked onto the field with a new face of the franchise, a restructured offense, and a hunger that hasn't been seen since Brady's early days. And here's the twist. This isn't hype. It's not some overreaction to practice drills. It's what we saw, what we heard, and what's quietly building behind closed doors in Foxborough. Everything about this year feels different. From the moment Drake May took the field, all eyes locked on the quarterback who's been handed the keys to a dynasty in recovery. He wasn't perfect, we'll get to that, but the intensity, the urgency, and the energy around this roster felt new. Behind him, a wave of rookies and returning players moving like they've got something to prove. The coaches? Locked in. The media finally got a glimpse of the puzzle they've been trying to solve since the draft. And buried within all of this were decisions that tell a much bigger story, like who's getting first-team reps, who's flashing early, and which bold moves could flip the AFC East in 2025. But before we even get into Drake May's rocky start or how the offensive line is already drawing battle lines, there's something the Patriots just revealed that changes the entire tone of training camp. They're not just preparing for themselves, they're preparing for war with other teams. And the way they're doing it, it's going to turn heads. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 350 likes on this video. The Patriots didn't just show up to OTAs, they showed their hand. Right before practice even began, Mike Vrabel dropped a bombshell that sent a message across the league. New England is locking in joint practices with not one but two different teams before the preseason kicks off. Most franchises keep their early preparations in-house, not the Patriots. They're choosing to test their rebuild against outside competition. Real defenses, real schemes, and real consequences. This isn't about friendly drills. It's about seeing who's built to survive August and who's faking it in May. They'll go toe-to-toe with the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings, two squads with completely different identities. One brings defensive chaos, the other, offensive precision. That means the Patriots won't just be sharpening their talent. They'll be forced to adapt on the fly. You don't get that by running reps against your own guys every day. And let's not forget the preseason slate. August 8th against Washington, August 16th on the road in Minnesota, and the annual showdown with the Giants on August 21st. Every one of those games now has a deeper layer thanks to these joint sessions. But here's the part nobody's talking about. Joint practices create pressure you can't fake. Rookies get exposed, veterans get tested, fights break out, reps get ugly, and the truth rises fast. If the Patriots are serious about building a contender around their new core, this is the fastest way to find out who's ready. And that brings us directly to the biggest question of the offseason. How did Drake May really look when the lights flipped on? Because what happened next sparked panic, praise, and every emotion in between. 4 interceptions in one practice. That's the number that shook Patriots Nation the moment it hit Twitter. Drake May's first real action in front of the media wasn't just rocky. It was a full-on storm. Out of his first 8 throws in 11-on-11, 4 were picked off. That's a 50% turnover rate, and for a top rookie quarterback, those numbers will always grab headlines. But the story isn't just about the turnovers, it's about what they reveal. May wasn't throwing against vanilla coverage, he was facing a defense stacked with talent. Christian Gonzalez, Craig Woodson, Del Pettis, these aren't walk-ons. They're hungry defenders looking to make a statement, and they did. Still, raw stats don't tell the whole story. What's missing from the outrage is what happened after the shaky start. Drake settled in. He adjusted. He finished strong, going 7 for 8 to close out his session. That kind of bounce back matters. It shows short memory, fast processing, and mental toughness. Traits New England quarterbacks have always needed. And let's not forget, he's learning an entirely new playbook under Josh McDaniels. Timing will be off. Reads will lag. Chemistry takes time. This isn't panic mode. It's part of the process. But the stakes are sky high, and nobody's immune to pressure in Foxborough. If those same mistakes linger into minicamp, or worse, into joint practices, then concern turns into crisis. And there's one position group that could either save May or expose him even more. Because when your backfield changes, your offense changes. And right now, all eyes are shifting to a new name who's stepping into the spotlight while the starter heals. The Patriots' running back room took an unexpected turn, and it had nothing to do with injury or depth chart politics. Ramondre Stevenson was absent from OTAs, not because of football, but because of something much deeper. His father passed away this offseason, and head coach Mike Vrabel made it clear the team stands fully behind Stevenson as he takes the time he needs. In a league that rarely slows down, the Patriots hit pause to show support for one of their most vital players. But while Stevenson heals off the field, someone else quietly begins making noise on it. Enter Trevion Henderson. Fast, tough, explosive. This rookie just got handed an unexpected spotlight, and he's not wasting a second of it. Media members lucky enough to watch practice were already buzzing about his quickness and natural fit in the Patriots' offensive system. Reports say he hauled in 2 catches from Drake May and looked smooth in every drill. He's not just a runner, he's built for a modern offense. Henderson mirrors the traits of past Patriots pass-catching backs, and there's already talk that the coaching staff is looking at old James White tape to help craft his role. While most fans were waiting to see Kyle Williams light it up, the biggest surprise from the wide receiver group wasn't him. It was Javon Baker. The same Baker who struggled to find consistency last year suddenly looked like a completely different player. Reports from the field described him making a highlight grab, a contested back shoulder catch over none other than Christian Gonzalez. That's not just any catch, that's a statement. For a second-year player trying to shake off a forgettable rookie season, this kind of breakout matters. It shows growth, confidence, and a level of timing with Drake May that not even the starters had yet. Meanwhile, Kyle Williams, the rookie everyone had circled as the next breakout slot guy, looked out of rhythm. Only 1 catch on 4 targets. 2 of those passes went off script, and 1 even ended up as an interception. It wasn't an effort, it was timing. And that's what makes OTA reps so valuable. Miscommunication today can become touchdowns in August, but only if the chemistry starts clicking soon. The talent's there. The trust isn't, yet. But the biggest buzz came from someone nobody had on their radar, undrafted rookie Efton Chisholm. He didn't just show up, he owned reps. 3 catches, perfect separation, and reports say he worked with the backups and even rotated in with higher groups. The Patriots paid him more guaranteed money than some of their late-round picks. That's not an accident, that's a bet. And right now, it's looking like a smart one. Chisholm's sudden rise is sending a message. Roster spots aren't promised, they're earned. And in the trenches, one rookie is already proving he's not moving, no matter what critics say about his size. Before a single snap was played, critics had already labeled Will Campbell as a liability. Too short, arms too small, better suited for guard. But the Patriots had a different plan, and they didn't hesitate to show it. Campbell lined up at starting left tackle from the very first session, sending a clear message to the media and the rest of the league. They believe in their guy. No experimenting, no position shuffle. Left tackle is his job to lose. And according to early reports, he's not letting go of it anytime soon. The starting offensive line came out exactly how it was drawn up on draft night. Campbell, Cole Strange, Michael Onwenu, and Morgan Moses. While a few players were rotated due to limited reps, this core unit remained intact, and it looked solid. The Patriots clearly want to build chemistry fast. And with Morgan Moses mentoring Campbell, there's no shortage of veteran knowledge at his side. Campbell was even seen staying late after practice, grinding through extra reps while others hit the locker room. That's not normal. That's an obsession. And in a city like Foxborough, that attitude wins respect fast. So now it's your turn. What do you think this team is becoming? Is New England finally turning the page into a new era of toughness and innovation? Or are we still one step away from a real breakthrough? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Chisholm make the 53-man roster? Should the Patriots use the tush push with Drake May? And how confident are you that this version of the team is headed back to the playoffs? Hit the like button if you're riding with the 2025 Patriots, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment. Let's see who's really locked in.